Mustafa had a dash camera in his car that records, it has two lenses. It records the interior of his vehicle, it records the exterior. This camera was on, it was recording video, audio. This is a camera that Mustafa installed in his vehicle for his protection. Obviously, for if someone was to hit your car, if you get in a car accident. This camera, I mean, everybody knows what a dash camera is for. Okay, it's not something that came with the car. You went out of your way, and I think he paid about $400 or $500 for this camera. It's a high quality camera, and it records video and audio, and it stores it on an SD card. Okay, now Mustafa had a dash camera in his vehicle at the time of this accident. The county took this camera and put a seal on it, and they want to claim that Mustafa was having a heated argument in this vehicle and that he intentionally drove his car into oncoming traffic. This is the allegation, okay? However, now they don't show the community what this dash camera shows. They don't show Mustafa, they don't show us, they don't even show the lawyer what this dash camera shows.
They sealed the body cam, and within a day, they go on NBC4, tells this community that investigators say Mustafa Al-Jazari drove into oncoming traffic, plowed into oncoming traffic. 5-year-old Empress was not restrained.
Was not restrained.
That Mustafa did this on purpose, and they seal off the body cam. You don't find out that the dash camera. The community does not get to watch this dash camera because Amy Ashford.
Well, let's stop for a second.
Okay.
They actually never told the community that Mustafa had a dash camera. They've never talked about this dash camera. It wasn't until months later when Amar and I went into the lawyer's office, okay, and after Mustafa was denied bond sometime in August of 2023, it's not until Amar went into the lawyer office, wore a hidden button camera, and recorded the lawyer playing this dash camera on his computer. I mean, otherwise, the community does not, I mean, months later, the community does not know that Mustafa had a dash camera. They're making these baseless allegations that he was in a heated argument, okay? And because he was so angry that he just drove into oncoming traffic, that's the allegation, okay? And they hide his dash camera, okay? Now, when Amar makes it public, when Amar makes the dash camera public, that shows Mustafa was never in an argument, that Mustafa was, 5 minutes ago, he was at a gas station, and he spent almost 20 minutes at the gas station, okay? It shows Mustafa from the apartment, he gets in a vehicle. Before he gets in the vehicle, he's actually cleaning Dorothy's seats. He's cleaning the passenger seat for Dorothy so that when she comes in, she has a clean seat. He sprays air freshener in his vehicle, okay? So
he's sitting there washing 5-year-old Empress hands.
Yeah, this is at the gas station. So at the apartment, it shows Mustafa cleaning her seat, spraying air freshener. It shows him cleaning the outside of the passenger door. He's cleaning the car, okay? And when she gets in, Mustafa turns back after she puts Empress in the back seat. He turns over to Dorothy and tells her to put the seat on the child. So Dorothy gets out of the car. She restrains the child properly. Okay, you can see this from the dash camera. And then they head off to the gas station.
But Julie Carey tells this community that 5-year-old Empress was not buckled inside that vehicle.
This is what they said initially. They said that Mustafa was not restrained, Dorothy was not restrained, and that the child did not have a seatbelt. Okay? Now, once Amar makes this dash camera public, the prosecutor immediately switches off the narrative in court. You can see the prosecutor's narrative evolve as more evidence comes to light. Every time the prosecutor says something in court, you know, we're sitting in court, we're documenting everything that this prosecutor is saying. Okay, and every time she makes an allegation, she makes a claim, we go to social media, okay, and we debunk it. We show evidence. It's not our words. We're showing actual hard evidence that this child was in fact restrained. Okay, we're showing that there was no argument in this 4 or 5 minute ride. But going back to the gas station, Mustafa goes to the gas station. Okay, now you have two videos. You have the dash camera and you have a video from CCTV footage from the 7-Eleven where he was filling up gas. And the video shows Mustafa getting out of the car, going into the gas station. He buys cigarettes, he buys candy, and he actually spends about 10 minutes inside of this 7-Eleven because he was trying to pull up a coupon on his phone.
A coupon that he can save $1 or $2 off the Newports.
He's buying a pack of Newport, and you can see from the CCTV footage from inside the 7-Eleven that he was pulling up a coupon to save $1. And
so you're telling me that he sat there for 10 minutes to save $1, $2, only to drive his vehicle into oncoming traffic
to end his life.
5 minutes later? Like, does that make sense? You're sitting there cleaning the car, washing Empress hands, giving Empress candy, using a coupon to save $1 or $2, only to drive your vehicle into oncoming traffic?
Mustafa gets in the car from after filling up gas, after washing his car for 10 minutes. He gets in the car and they're headed off to the cemetery where Dorothy had asked him to take her to the cemetery that day.
Now we know that Dorothy asked Mustafa to go to the cemetery because we have the CCTV video when the child forensic psychologist with the police department took the kids, sat them in a room, and asked them about Mustafa, asked them about the days before the accident, and the kids, Dorothy's kids, tells the child forensic with the police department that it was Dorothy that wanted to go to the cemetery, not Mustafa. Now, that contradicts the narrative of the police department, the prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
The prosecutor says that Mustafa planned this out, that this is M1, 2 counts of M1, that Mustafa planned this out. This is premeditated.
And she says that he specifically took Empress and Dorothy, and that he specifically wanted to leave the other 3 children at the apartment.
Now, you tell this to Julie Carey, she says the definition of premeditated, it could be before or on the last minute. But that's not what the prosecutor is saying here. The prosecutor is literally saying that Mustafa planned this out
on this day.
On this day, decided to. It was his idea to take Dorothy and Empress to the cemetery. The kid says otherwise. That contradicts the whole entire. That contradicts what the prosecutor is saying here.
Not only the kids say otherwise, but actually the home videos.
The home videos.
You know, you might ask, what are these home videos? Mustafa and Dorothy had a camera called a Google Nest. This Google Nest was in the apartment, and whenever they would leave the apartment, they would communicate with the other children through this camera. This is a motion activated camera, and every time somebody, even if the dog gets in front of it, it captures a segment, okay, of motion, and it sends that video directly to Mustafa's phone. It sends that video to Dorothy's phone. Now the children could actually speak into this camera, and Mustafa and Dorothy would both get a text message of what those kids just said, and then Dorothy and Mustafa could respond to them through this through their phones, and the camera would read off what Mustafa or Dorothy were saying. So they had this camera set up to check up on the kids, to always be in contact with the kids, to make sure that they're always okay. And you can see in these videos where Mustafa tells the kids, make sure this door is always open so that we could see what's going on in the apartment. And I think about 4 or 5 days after Mustafa's arrest, I was able to log into Mustafa's Google account, his iCloud, and download every single video in this camera.